Good morning. Please come in and have a seat.
Good morning, doctor. Thank you.
Sorry you had to wait so long, Kenny. I've been tied up all afternoon.
So what seems to be the problem today? My toe is killing me.
I think it's broken. Let me take a look.
I can't go.
Ah.
Wow, that's a beauty. Your toe is swollen, bruised, and looks very unhappy. How did this happen?
I was helping my brother move into a new apartment. I dropped a heavy desk on my foot.
A desk? Kenny, most people move furniture. You apparently tried to catch it with your feet.
It wasn't part of the plan.
Well, that's a surefire way to break a bone.
I figured that out about 3 seconds after it landed on me.
Wait a minute, didn't I see you last year because of injured fingers?
Yes.
What happened then?
I was trying to fix my toilet. My hand got stuck inside. When I pulled it out, I hurt my fingers.
Oh, yes, now I remember the famous toilet incident.
My friends still laugh about it.
Kenny, at this point, your house should be afraid whenever you pick up a toolbox.
That's not fair. I've successfully fixed things before.
So, how did this happen?
Well, you see...
Let's examine this X-ray.
Really? Name one. Exactly.
Well, Mr. Fix-It, you've really outdone yourself this time.
The bad news is that you won't be walking normally for about 8 weeks.
8 weeks? That's impossible.
Why?
I have a camping trip planned in 6 weeks.
Camping?
Yes. Hiking, fishing, climbing.
Stop right there. Every word you just said makes me nervous.
Can't it heal faster?
That's a tall order, Kenny.
Please. I'll eat vegetables.
That's not how broken bones work.
I'll eat extra vegetables.
Still no. However, it's not completely impossible. If you get plenty of rest and work hard in physical therapy, you just might be back in the saddle again in 6 weeks.
Really?
Yes, but there's one important condition.
Anything.
You must follow the doctor's orders.
Piece of cake.
That's exactly what every patient says right before ignoring my advice.
Not me.
Kenny, last year you tried to repair a toilet with a butter knife.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
That's what worries me. Anna starts wrapping a bandage around his foot. Even if you're walking by the time of your camping trip, you need to take it easy.
Sure.
No climbing trees.
Okay.
No jumping across streams.
Fine.
No wrestling bears.
I wasn't planning.
Good.
Wait, why was that on your list?
You're my patient. I like to be prepared.
Fair enough.
You really need to baby this leg for a while.
Got it.
Let's get you bandaged up. You'll be hobbling around for a little while, but that's okay.
Will I at least look cool with crutches?
No.
Honest answer. I respect that.
I want you to keep an eye on the swelling in your foot and leg. If it gets worse, contact me immediately.
Okay.
And make an appointment with Dr. Phillips. She's the physical therapist.
Will she make me do painful exercises?
Absolutely.
Great. Something to look forward to.
Should I schedule your next accident while we're at it?
Very funny.
Seriously, though, I'd like to see you again in about 2 weeks for a follow-up appointment.
No problem. I'll schedule it with the receptionist. Thanks for your help, doctor.
You're welcome. And Kenny,
Yes,
take it easy, would you?
I promise.
A real promise?
A real promise.
Good, because I'd like to go at least 1 year without seeing you because of a household accident.
No guarantees.
That's exactly what I was afraid of.
See you in 2 weeks, doctor.
Hopefully not sooner. Below are the idioms that appear in the story, along with their meanings and simple examples in English. 1. Be tied up, meaning to be very busy. Example, sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm tied up with work. Or, Anna was tied up all afternoon seeing patients.
To be tied up with something or someone. It means to be very busy.
Number 2, do a number on something, meaning to badly damage or hurt something. Example, the storm really did a number on our roof. Or, Kenny did a number on his toe when he dropped the desk.
To do a number on something. It means to damage, destroy, or hurt something badly.
Number 3, a surefire way to do something, meaning a method that is certain to produce a result. Example, studying every day is a surefire way to improve your English. Or, dropping a desk on your foot is a surefire way to break a toe.
A surefire way to do something. It means a way that would definitely have a certain outcome or result.
Number 4, live it down, meaning to stop feeling embarrassed about something after people forget it. Example, I slipped on stage and I'll never live it down. Or, Kenny is still trying to live down his toilet accident.
To live something down. It means to be allowed to forget about an embarrassing situation. This is used in the negative, to never or not live something down. A common way you'll hear this expression is the phrase, I'll never live this down.
Number 5, outdo yourself, meaning to do something even better or worse than before. Example, Anna outdid herself with the delicious dinner. Or, Kenny outdid himself with another strange injury.
To outdo yourself. It means to do something very well, to do better than you normally do. Note that this expression is often used in a sarcastic way.
Number 6, a tall order, meaning something very difficult to do. Example, learning English in 1 month is a tall order. Or, recovering from a broken toe in 6 weeks is a tall order. Number 7, to be out of the question, meaning impossible or not allowed. For example, buying a new car right now is out of the question. Or, missing all your therapy sessions is out of the question.
To be out of the question. It means to be impossible to accomplish.
Number 8, to be back in the saddle, meaning back to normal activities after an illness or break. For example, after 2 months of recovery, she's back in the saddle. Or, Kenny hopes to be back in the saddle before his camping trip.
To be back in the saddle. It means to return to your normal activities, especially after an illness or injury. To be back in control of your normal activities.
Number 9, follow the doctor's orders, meaning do exactly what the doctor tells you to do. Example, if you want to recover quickly, follow the doctor's orders. Or, Kenny promised to follow the doctor's orders.
The phrase, doctor's orders. It means that you must follow instructions given by a doctor, as they are considered authoritative and should be obeyed. It indicates that the action being taken is based on medical advice or guidance.
Number 10, to be a piece of cake, meaning very easy. Example, the test was a piece of cake. Or, Kenny thought physical therapy would be a piece of cake.
To be a piece of cake, it means to be very easy.
Number 11. Take it easy, meaning relax and avoid doing too much. Example, you look tired. Take it easy today. Or, Anna told Kenny to take it easy during his camping trip.
To take it easy, it means to do things slowly and carefully without tiring yourself.
Number 12. To baby someone or some things, an injury. Meaning, treat something very carefully. Example, you need to baby your ankle for a few weeks. Or, Kenny had to baby his injured leg.
To baby someone or something, it means to treat very carefully and with great.
Number 13. To keep an eye on, meaning watch carefully. Example, please keep an eye on my bag. Or, Anna told Kenny to keep an eye on the swelling.
To keep an eye on, it means to watch carefully.
Number 14. To get in touch with, meaning contact someone. Example, please get in touch with me if you need help. Or, Kenny needed to get in touch with a physical therapist.
To get in touch with, it means to contact, to talk to someone.
Number 15. To drop by, meaning visit casually or for a short time. Example, feel free to drop by my office tomorrow. Or, Kenny asked if he should drop by the clinic again. To drop by. It means to visit someone. Number 16. To follow up on, meaning check the progress of something later. Example, the doctor wants to follow up on your recovery. Or, Anna scheduled a follow-up appointment in 2 weeks.